Foreign Minister Mevlüt Çavuşoğlu and his U.S. counterpart Mike Pompeo endorsed a roadmap for Syria's Manbij, according to a joint statement released after the two diplomats' meeting in Washington, D.C. On Monday. Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlüt Çavuşoğlu and U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo also discussed their future cooperation in Syria and steps to be taken to ensure stability and security in Manbij, the statement said. The two ministers also agreed to hold further meetings to resolve current bilateral issues, and said the NATO allies remained committed to addressing their common concerns, in the spirit of allied partnership. Speaking at a news conference afterward, Cavusoglu called the meeting fruitful, adding, "We have achieved considerable progress on People's Protection Units (YPG) in Syria's Manbij. We expect concrete results." He also said on Twitter that he and Pompeo discussed Turkey-US relations, matters related to Syria including roadmap on Manbij and other regional matters. They also agreed to hold additional meetings to resolve bilateral issues. Cavusoglu and Pompeo held a bilateral meeting last month on the sidelines of a gathering of top diplomats of NATO allies to discuss the situation in Afghanistan, Russia, and NATO. According to diplomatic sources, Pompeo reaffirmed the importance of the U.S.-NATO alliance and holding bilateral talks. The U.S. State Department said Cavusoglu and Pompeo reaffirmed their support for the established bilateral process to find a common way forward on Manbij and also discussed the United States' commitment to support Turkey's national security concerns, during former U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson's visit to Turkey on Feb. 15 to 16, 3 working groups were established between the two countries to overcome issues related to Syria, the Golanist terror group, FETO, and Iraq. Following the meeting, Turkey and the U.S. agreed to resolve issues that have been undermining the bilateral ties between the two countries. Washington's efforts to normalize ties with Ankara in northern Syria have increased since Turkey launched Operation Olive Branch with the Free Syrian Army (FSA) on Jan. 20 to clear the PKK-affiliated People's Protection Units (YPG) from Afrin. However, the U.S. has also often criticized the operation with the allegation that it distracts from the fight against Daesh in southeastern Syria. Turkey has called on U.S. authorities to take concrete steps for ending the YPG presence in the northern Syrian town of Manbij, insisting that the Manbij City Council should be run by groups in line with the ratio of representation by paying regard to past census results from the city before demographic changes in the area imposed by the YPG.